Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like, do you think they actually like took it somewhere to get euthanized, or did they just shoot it with a gun?
Well, I'd like to imagine
Just
Peanut had like a little squirrel revolver and they had like a little
oh.
standoff.
In the town of Alfredo,
Yeah.
the squirrel one fine day.
I think I'll probably get it in this next attempt.
Like the very next attempt, or in this recording
Now,
session?
like right here, right now.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be kind of crazy if you were just like holding back on us. Like,
Yeah. I think though, I think I've got it all figured out. I just noticed he's got a little tinier sword on his back.
yeah, he's got like a little Roman sword. It looks like.
But he's so big. I mean, it's still a very mad. Oh, he's got a bunch of swords.
Like
Fuck.
that, like the smallest sword is like a normal size sword for you. Yeah. Holy man, these combos. This might be one we have to learn how to dodge. We could also, I'm gonna give you this as an option so you can't say later I didn't say anything. You can summon the guy by the door, and it doesn't count against you as like adding to his health bar, by the
Which
way.
guy? Oh,
Right here.
who's
It's your
this?
buddy.
Oh, it's
This
him.
is yeah. Yeah.
Oh, birds together. Nah.
Not yet.
I don't. And It's not time yet. I feel like this is my fear, and I know this is totally unfounded. But what if I accidentally did win with him? That would like this early. That would be so bad.
Oh, if he like just trivializes the fight
Yeah.
completely.
And again, I'm not. I don't think that would happen. I'm not actually that confident. But what if it did though?
Yeah. Give it like another episode, maybe next episode. We'll see. We'll see where the deli wine takes us.
Dude,
The purple
it's
deli wine.
taken me nowhere good.
So what I was saying before though is that he's a direct reference, the second stage, to probably my favorite from soft boss that exists, which is the Twin Princes. Dude, we the
Just keep
Twin
talking. Just keep
Princes,
talking.
where the bigger one fought demon princes and is like mute and like blind or something, and like he can't walk, and he's big and has a sword, and then his brother's like a little bitch like wizard who like hangs out on his back, and he teleports him around the room. It's a very cool fight, but I think it's a reference to that, obviously, when he's hanging on his back like that.
Really? To me, it seems more like
Whoa.
the other dude that had like a lion on his back.
The line. Oh,
He's got like a ghost.
Godfrey
He's got like
and
a ghost hanging
Sirach.
on to him. Yeah.
Well,
But it looks
it is
like.
very much like the Twin Princes. But yeah, it's a similar idea.
But I'm
I
saying it
just noticed
looks
something
literally just
wild.
like it because his long flowing hair is like the mane.
Oh yeah.
That shit's
I just
identical.
noticed when you were like strafing sideways, your bird legs look insane. Like pay attention to the legs
I'm
the
always
next
paying
time you like
attention
whenever you start strafing with the legs, it's fucking wild looking.
because I've
Like
got
you look
hollow
like you're about
bones.
to you look like you're about to do like a one of the like can dances like in an old timey western theater or something.
Because I'm not.
All right, dude, do it again. We need to see this. You couldn't see the feet there, but
I have to.
also, oh god.
Never. No, I've got none.
So I was gonna say is like, this is like the very final boss of this game. We know there isn't gonna be anything else. So what we could
Are
do
you just
is,
really trying to fuck with me? Oops. What the fuck? That's what happens if you try to use it and you can't. Like, part of me wants to
ooh,
believe you, but part of me doesn't trust you and thinks you're gassing me up. And then there is something else after this, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, gotcha."
why would I do that?
Because you're a little bitch.
Dude, it's only the second episode. You can't become so indignant about
No,
just
what?
my general.
This has no, what the fuck? This has nothing to do with being drunk. It's just that's the kind of shit you'd pull.
I don't know about that. I feel like I usually give you the truth.
No, you don't.
Well, what I was gonna say is that we could just start using resources that we know, you know, it doesn't matter if we use them all up. Like,
The crab.
I don't, the crab for one. Also a, what do you call them? The things that correspond with the Elden runes, which I don't know if we ever really used in the base game ever, but they're useful. And our flask, we can put something in our flask that makes us stronger.
I just don't want to do any of those things that you just said.
I kind of want to know how many of the things that we have, because we never used any of them
I
in the
don't
entire
know.
game.
Probably
really.
not that many, because I doubt I picked them up.
I
Even if
bet
I
we
can
have
do
like
something?
28. That's weird. He didn't start with the gravity dive.
I know. Doesn't need it. Oh, I'm fucked.
Pop Junior's getting them with the fucking, I'm glad we gave him that jar. Can we just see how many, fragments we have? I'm curious now.
What is
Go
it?
to
My
your inventory. It's
inventory?
at the very top. You have 12.
Yeah,
I was gonna say you have 28
no, I
probably.
told you. I
You have
doubt I have that
12.
many because I don't pick anything up.
Yeah. Oh my.
Nor do I ever invade people. Fuck.
Man, do you know what I watched today?
No.
Just a couple hours ago, I was sitting on the couch and we were like trying to find a movie to watch, and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade came up on like the recommended. And I was like, we're watching this.
Yeah?
'Cause I feel like that's the worst one, honestly. Like out of the main trilogy.
That's insane.
Like,
That is an insane thing.
no, what are you talking about? Have we not talked about this before?
We have talked about this before. We've talked about which is the best and which are the worst.
The
And if
best is obviously the first one, right? We can
yes,
all agree on that.
we can agree
Okay.
on that.
The Temple of Doom is just so exciting.
The Temple of
Like
Doom is the
Last
worst
Crusade.
one.
It's it's the most ridiculous one for sure. But
It's like it
you
doesn't
guys,
fit.
it I disagree. It's like the metal one as well. Like I feel like the Last Crusade, you gotta deal with Sean Connery and
Why you?
something.
What do you mean? Whoa, whoa, whoa! You didn't even have to deal with him. That's good. They're fighting
Yeah,
Nazis.
you gotta deal with Sean Connery just being like Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Oh, me, Sean Connery. Oh,
Yeah, that's great.
Indiana.
I like that. I feel like Temple of Doom is just not an Indiana Jones movie. It's so out of place.
It's just it's like the most adventure. There's a big old adventure, and it's kind of wild. There's lots of magic and shit.
I'm sorry, is it more wild than a fucking dogfight with Nazis in a biplane?
Yes, of course it is, Dan. What are you talking about? They have a fucking temple that has lava in it, and they're taking people's hearts out and dumping them in the lava.
That's not interesting. That's just kind of weird.
I think it's pretty interesting.
No, Temple of Doom is the worst Indiana Jones movie.
I
Of the
like how
of the first
metal it
three, of the
is.
first three.
I think it's fucking metal as fuck. And there's little rocks that look like pieces of bread that glow. I like that.
This isn't
But
Indiana Jones
anyway,
though. I don't think it's Indiana Jones if it's not like Judeo-Christian.
okay. Well,
That's like a big part of it.
he didn't choose to go on that venture. It kind of
No, and neither did I.
in the adventure. Dan, you cannot tell me that's a bad movie that you would like refuse to watch.
I'm saying it's the worst of the three. Is
Indiana
without a
Jones
doubt.
film? Do you consent? Yes. Woman, do you consent? Is there somebody you shouldn't be asking? And then there's Dad. He's like, no, I said no. I don't consent.
No, but Indiana Jones didn't consent to the Temple of Doom. As you just pointed out, he didn't want to do this.
Wow, I guess. Well, he could have just left the poor peasants that were getting like their people stolen.
That's such a not an Indiana Jones plotline, that whole movie. What the fuck? Why did he do that move first?
man, fucking George Lucas and Steven Spielberg are rolling in their graves right now, man.
Yeah, what are they, fucking vampires? Do they sleep in coffins? They're not
Because
dead.
I'm.
You're saying that, but I think what I'm saying is a very like valid and well accepted opinion. Is I don't think I have the hot take here. You do.
um, in like the true Indiana Jones fandom, like
Yes,
yeah, maybe.
I think most people would say Temple of Doom is the worst of the three. I'm not saying it's a bad
Uh,
movie. I still like it.
well, it kind of reminds me of my next talking point anyway, which is that it's kind of like what I've been hearing about the new Dragon Age game. Like, it's not a bad game, it's
It's
just
just
not a Dragon Age
that's
game.
what I've heard too. Yeah.
Like, if you go in there expecting Dragon Age, you're gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Which seems like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the game sold pretty well, so maybe it's a good marketing decision, but it's disappointing to me.
Of course, yeah, dude. I mean, Dragon Age. I fucking love Dragon Age lore. Like, that was like one of my favorite worlds that was like ever built up.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, yeah, I don't
And
know.
I don't hate the art style, but it is a little bit ridiculous. Like, did you see what they did to the Canary?
Yeah.
They look fucking wild now. Like, whoever got to design the Canary should be fired. Like, that one's real bad. They did a bad job.
Well, I don't know. I guess I'll play
I
it
think,
eventually.
yeah, exactly. I'll buy it when it's like $25 on Steam.
I still have to finish fucking Metaphor.
But yeah, is it like a slog, or are you like still enjoying it?
Again, I enjoy it, just not as much as I enjoy Persona. Ow. Although that
Yeah.
game, Metaphor does
Oh.
something that I fucking hate when RPGs do, and that's that any character can just have any class, like, instantly, pretty much, and just be that class then. Which I never understand, then why do you give me more than the 3 characters that will fit in my party? Because anyone can be anything, so, like, I don't need those other
Maybe because oh, you made a second phase. Maybe because you could pick which ones you like. So like, you're gonna want to heal up. Oh, what the
What
fuck?
the fuck just happened?
A 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Uh-oh.
What the fuck just happened? I got a bird above my head now. This is like some future sight shit that's gonna hit me.
Well, you broke him out of his normal thing that he does. Usually he just flies up in the air and does a huge like holy AoE, but you like got too close to this. So it does a big AoE.
Yeah, I thought I
Really?
thought I could cancel it though if I got in close. That was my strategy.
Yeah.
You wanted me to heal, but I knew better. Bot Junior died though, like instantly.
Oh, I tried to do it again.
But I know what you're saying. You can pick the ones you want, but then I just have the same party. I liked it in other games where you have to swap the party around. Like, who do you want? Who to bring? Not just like, oh, I needed this character. Oh, just make it. All right, swap the class. Okay, there we go. Done.
Yeah, I see. I mean, you're definitely making a commitment to like that character at that point. Like, there are some people that just never get used on my squads, which I mean is fine by me, even if they're like different.
But now,
Like-
like, truly, most of them in this game will never get used. Once you pick the 2 you like, everyone else, like, you'll never use them for any reason.
Yeah, why did they switch it to 2 instead of the normal 3? I don't get
Well,
that.
I mean, that's just a stylistic thing for this game, which is fine. Because the combat's slightly different. But I don't know, I don't like that anyone can be any class. Disappointing.
Wait, your companions can be any class?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can change them to any class.
So you can make the wizards into like warriors?
Yes. You can make anyone any class, which is what I'm saying is kind of dumb.
I didn't know that because apparently what I heard is that you don't get a warrior companion for like until you're like 14 hours into the game, and so it's a pain in the ass.
Well, the classes all have weird names, but you have someone who fights with a sword is literally your first companion.
Oh.
But once you meet someone, once you
Are you
find
talking about Metaphor?
yes.
Oh, I was talking about Dragon Age.
No, I'm talking
I
about
was
Metaphor.
so confused. I was so confused. I didn't. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page now because I was
Yes.
like, what?
That's what I was talking about.
Okay.
But again, that's why I don't like it, because Persona games and now Metaphor are all about the characters, but there's no reason to ever use most of them because you don't need them. What's the point?
My normal Persona Persona 5 squad was obviously Joker, and then the girl whose thing is like a motorcycle.
The student council president, the best girl in the game.
She was the best girl. Yeah, she was #1 on the team every time. And then I would usually bring in Ruji, and then I would also bring in either the cat girl, the girl with the sexy cat costume, or there was another girl that was actually pretty decent. Who was she?
Are you talking about the rich girl?
You talking about from the updated version?
No,
Who's the rich girl?
the final companion that you get.
Oh,
She's
with
kind of
the
got like
dumb
the poofy
hat?
hair.
No, I fucking hated her. I never used her.
And what girl are you talking about?
Oh, maybe there wasn't another girl.
There isn't.
Yeah, because Futabara like just like comes in like and does her thing.
Futabara.
Not really. Futabara. What's her name?
I think Futaba.
Futabara. I like how much confidence I had when I said that too.
But again, in that game, even though you have your main ones, you'll have to swap depending on what element you need or what type of character, if like physical or persona based. But again,
No, I never
in
did that.
Metaphor, don't fucking bother because everyone can do anything. It's plain.
I also didn't play on the hardest difficulty, so
That's the only way to play.
I don't get it. So you don't even have personas in that game. So what do you fight with?
You do have personas, but they're called like heroes. But anyone can have any persona is what I'm saying. It's not like how in Persona only Joker can swap. Now anyone can swap.
I see.
Fucking kick him. Oh, I thought that would send him to the next one, but it wasn't enough.
It was very close.
Oh,
Yep.
fuck.
It happened again. It happened again. So what Iron Pineapple did for this fight on his like soul level 1 playthrough of the DLC is he turned into like he used that thing I was telling you about that turns you into like an environmental object, and he like just like if you do that right at the beginning and like you go off to the side, he just like kind of forgets you're there, and he like poisoned him with Scarlet Rot from a distance.
You gotta do what you can. That's like some old Mr. Jelly strats.
I'm gonna say, Dan, I don't think the backwards rolling is gonna work here. I feel like you gotta roll into him a lot.
Everything damage, like, I can't... If I'm in his zone, though, when the attack ends, I'll get hurt. You can't... You have no frames to avoid that.
We are also using the fist. Like, I did tell you at your discrepancy, you can use whatever you want, obviously. If you think that you could get a stronger weapon.
I mean, I know I could get a stronger weapon. That's not the point. I'm not
What
using
would you use?
that. If I could use anything, I mean, clearly the big sword is the strongest, but I wouldn't jump straight there.
Could use his own swords against him.
I could do something like that.
We should look at... Oh my god, it happened again. We should look at our talismans, though, because I bet there's something we can adjust to make this a little bit better.
I don't think
if we don't
need
have
to.
our defense talent. Yeah, but let's give it a look real quick.
Why? There's nothing. There's nothing.
Take a look. Locked in a book.
I can't swap. I need this one. I need this one. I need this one.
You don't need the Radon one. Why would you need that?
I mean, this one raises my strength.
Yeah, but you don't. Your strength is fucking 77, or it will be without that one. It'll be 72. It's not like the
I will
fist get that much more
sooner
strength.
fight this boss with no talismans equipped than without that one equipped.
Wait, I might be retarded. Hold on. Go back to the thing. Go back to your grace, or no, scroll over to your fists. Okay, yes, I'm not retarded. You switched them to heavy already. That's good. I was gonna say, if we've been missing out on the heavy, like the fucking damage from our strength on these, that would be tragedy.
Don't you worry about that.
Well, I was gonna say we could put a physical defense one on, because we're taking so much physical damage. And the 5 extra strength you're getting is doesn't matter.
Listen,
Negligible.
we've got about 10 more minutes in this episode, and we're gonna keep
Okay.
doing what we've been doing. And then when that 10 minutes, is over, then maybe we'll talk and see.
Okay, that's when we get radical.
No, we're not gonna get radical. We're not jumping straight to Mechapod. We're not getting crazy here. But we'll do more than nothing, I think, at that point.
I mean, Mechapod, the thing about Mechapod was he was too strong for the regular game, but he wasn't even that strong for that fight. So sometimes you need to turn into Mechapod just to survive.
I mean, Mechapod was pretty strong in that fight, if I remember correctly.
Well, it still took us like fucking how many recording sessions? You know?
After Mechapod was born, literally, we beat it that fight. We like that recording. What are you saying?
Really?
Yes.
That's not how I remember it.
I think you remember it taking way longer than it took, also.
It was like 4 episodes.
No, it wasn't. It was like 2.
Daniel.
The Radon fight was like 4 episodes. But that's because I didn't summon anyone.
I mean, I was very proud of you. You did a good job. So, there are a couple things I want to talk about that I saved on Reddit. Obviously, the most important thing that we have not talked about
Is Peanut the squirrel. I know.
I did hear about this. Somebody said something about a squirrel being euthanized?
Yeah.
What happened? I don't understand.
So there was a squirrel that was big on Instagram because it wore a funny hat.
Okay.
If you can imagine a squirrel wearing a cowboy hat, you can imagine everything that was Peanut. He was a squirrel in a cowboy hat. But then the police found out about him, and they raided Peanut's home and captured him, and then euthanized him.
What? Because it's illegal to own a squirrel?
That's what the government wants you to think. Yeah, it's illegal to have a squirrel in your apartment, I guess.
That's insane.
So the only reasonable solution was to kill it, take it out of the game.
That is the craziest thing I've heard.
It's
Why
pretty-
do they care so much?
It's pretty nuts. The whole thing is pretty wild.
The police were just like scrolling Instagram, like, well, we don't have anything better to do today. Let's go fucking kill this squirrel.
Let's assassinate this squirrel.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Like, do you think they actually like took it somewhere to get euthanized, or did they just shoot it with a gun?
Well, I'd like to imagine Peanut had like a little squirrel revolver, and they had like a little
Oh.
standoff.
In the town of Alfredo,
Yeah.
the squirrel one fine day.
That's kind of what I like to imagine.
Maybe the squirrel was the like reincarnation of Texas Red. Like that's why.
Oh, the police had to
that's not
take
what
him
they're
out.
not telling you before
It was all justified.
Yeah. Because that's a pretty shitty animal to get reincarnated into, is a squirrel. Like, you could definitely do better.
Could be a bird.
Be a bird, everybody's favorite bird.
So yeah, that's the big news. Yeah, so you gotta look out for, Jesse. No one's safe. If Peanut's not safe, the New York police might come after you next.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy.
You put a cowboy hat on, you might be done. And then you've got a cowboy hat now too.
I do. I do yard work. Oh, dude, he caught us in Matumbo Slam.
Dude, you're going outside in that hat? Be better. There gonna be eyes on you, man.
No Cowboys are safe anymore.
No.
The Cowboys football team, they're all in hiding right now. Fucking euthanizing Cowboys. What's next? Well, I'll tell you what's next. Fucking dude, you had to have heard about this. The Vatican announces
Lucy?
anime mascot. Yes.
Is that how you pronounce it? I've only seen it written down. I don't know like what the Italian.
It's
Is it Luce?
yeah,
Lucy?
it's Luce, right? Is there
Yeah.
an umlaut?
No, it's not German.
Well, yeah, I think it's Luce.
Because it's like Lucifer, but not the fur.
Do you think that's why they named her that?
Well, because yeah, Lucifer is Lightbringer, and her name is Italian for light.
Oh, so loose.
Come on.
Luce.
So, but I don't know if it's Luce or Lucy, like how you just do that bit.
I
I
like to
gotta
say it
drink,
with
fuck.
like a comedy Italian accent, like Lucci.
Oh, okay. I'm not racist though,
Lucy.
so I just say it normal.
Ba. We made Lucci, which means light in Italian, to guide young pilgrims towards hope and faith. I
Now,
love it.
dude, me too. Like, I'm all about it. Anyone who made fun of that, you're a fool. I think more
Yeah.
religions need a cute anime mascot.
Yeah, everybody needs a mascot. Like in 2024, corporations are people, religion exists, and everybody needs a mascot. Like corporations need mascots, religion needs mascots.
And this is one of those things though that it says a lot about me. If they would like needed people to donate like $5, right? And it was like the Pope. The Pope could literally be outside my door. The real Pope.
Okay.
And he
The
could
real
say
ass Pope.
Dan, like I need $5 to do whatever. Be the Catholic Church. I don't know what they do for
I
any
need
cause.
$5 to buy some incense for
Yeah,
the church.
and I would definitely would say no. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give the Pope anything. I don't care about you. But they could potentially get me to donate $5 to their cute anime mascot because I have a precedent for giving money to that type of stuff. So it's still a low odds. I'm not looking to give them money, but it's a non-zero chance, is what I'm saying.
Oh my god, I just thought of this. The Pope can now become a VTuber.
I mean, that's kind of what I was alluding to, and I think that's where we got to go next, right?
The Pope just is a VTuber and he has like a voice modifier.
Yeah.
And what would the Pope play?
I mean, it's got to be like Catholic Church approved games, right? So I don't know. Probably not Elden Ring. Doesn't seem. I mean, there is that turtle though, so they could play Elden Ring.
Like Turtle Pope.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm just trying to think what would be like the best game for the Catholic Church. Maybe like Doom. Like just like killing demons, like killing Satan himself.
That's good. Or like Civilization, but they go for like the religion like wins, like to convert other cities rather than through battle.
Is there a game about just like raw dogging with no protection?
No, but from what I understand, the Pope isn't into that, at least not in appropriate ways. The Pope can't have sex, can he? For surely not.
No, definitely not. He's not supposed to.
But like, you know he does.
I mean, it's kind of wild. Like we made fun of the guy that he never saw a woman in his
Yeah.
life. But it's better to be that guy and never have seen a woman, to know what women are and not be allowed to fuck them, you know?
I don't know. Because, like... But the man who never saw a woman, we don't know what kind of crazy shit he got up to because of that. And I don't mean to rehash old stuff here, but like, you don't know what was going on with him.
We don't know what his sexual
We
what
don't
turned
we
him
don't
on
know what
sexually.
he was fucking. Is basically like it could have been some crazy shit. We don't know what he fucked without ever having seen
Because
a woman.
everybody fucks
Except the Pope.
except the Pope.
No, but not really. The Pope definitely fucks for sure.
No, there's no way, Dan. Like I believe that like smaller cardinals fuck, but like he is too much in the spotlight. There's no way he
I
could get
just know
away.
that historically we've had popes that fucked a lot. We had a pope that fucked his daughter. Like we got popes that fuck everyone.
We're talking about like way back in the day,
But I'm
like
saying
in
that's what we knew because like
the
history.
Byzantine Empire.
Listen, I'm gonna say something here, and this is important to remember. We get these things from the past because now we can know about them because like no one is getting upset by it. They're just historical facts. But when these things happen in the present, we gotta cover it up until it becomes history, and then we're like, oh yeah, shit was
Oh, I
crazy.
see.
In like 400 years, people will be like, oh yeah, Pope Francis, he was up to some wild fucking shit, but those idiots back then didn't know.
Well, yeah, he fucking loves hentai. He's big into anime.
He gave the Catholic Church an anime mascot. You're telling me that guy's not into it? I'm not buying it.
He's the biggest supporter of like your favorite Hollow Live girl.
Just wait till he's on the scene. End the episode.
Oh no.
I know
All right.
we could talk for days about this, but we gotta end it.
And we will. Next episode, get ready. 'Cause we're gonna keep talking about the Pope. You can't make us not talk about the Pope.
No one can stop me because I don't respect the Pope.
Who's gonna stop me? Is
Dude,
the Pope
The
gonna come
Catholic
here and
audience
fight
is
me?
in tatters.
All right, here we go. Now, this is very similar to the one I gave you last time, but it's just too cool. I couldn't not send it. I hope it's really big too.
I hope it isn't. I don't like when they're
Oh,
big because I have to open the window. Okay, that
it's not
shoots out just like a red skull that just flies around and hits people.
a red skull. What's it called though?
I think it's called Red Skull, like from Marvel.
Oh, from
The
Captain
Captain America
America.
villain. Looks, it's
His
just like
greatest
Red
nemesis.
Skull.
Okay, red skull, and then we got
Dude, I'm not touching my controller right now, but what is happening to Pot? What is he's just moving?
I can't see.
Now he stopped doing
Give
it.
me-
What the fuck? Now he's just
Oh,
being
God damn
perfectly.
it.
No, he's doing it again. What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Why does he just
You're
keep lunging
scaring me.
forward?
He's gonna end it. He's just gonna end it all.
Is he actually moving
Um,
closer to the edge? Oh, stop fucking
I think I
jerking,
gave you
dude.
this one yet.
Okay. I like that. That's some fancy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This reminds me of that level of Hades where those fuckers turn into eggs and then they get revived.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Yeah. Oh, it's like he's faking you out. He's like, I'm gonna do it.
Why
This
is
is
that
fun.
happening? I just kind of makes that like
Oh fuck! I can't look at him anymore. I'm done.
it just makes like that fairy aura like happen around you. It's kind of what it looks
Okay.
like.
Fairy aura. This is called the rotten butterflies. It summons countless butterflies to scatter scarlet rot.
Okay, that's pretty wild.
It's the bug lady that you killed not that long ago.
Oh,
She
okay.
drops that. And then the other one was Rykard, your favorite boss, Rykard the snake. That's his
Fuck that dude.
sorcery. He made like fire skull shoot around. All right. Well next time we're pulling out all the stops.
But the Pope
We're
isn't.
gonna do what we need to win.